Hey guys, Jeffries here, and me and my very grindy, groany, suffering laptop want to welcome you back to the Jeffries network on OpenTTD. We start here at Planwell International, a slightly different Planwell International. I wonder if any of you eager-eyed viewers can tell what's just a little bit different about this version of Planwell International Terminal 1. I should be more specific because there are 3 terminals after all. Any guesses? Obviously, I can't sit here for an hour in silence whilst you try and guess, so I will tell you, if you haven't already guessed, I've added an 8th platform down here on the west side. The reason being is I've done some tweaking, I've done some twerking, and I've added in this double track section here, which connects up to the loop. I have also, I always need to follow the track here, I feel, otherwise I'd lose it, like I've just done there. Over here, at Slardhatton, I've added this little dual power section in, which comes along here, up and over the bridge, and connects up to the main line here. We're going to utilise that at the start of today's episode. The first thing I need to do is come over here. I need to go into the freight trains, the goods service, which is you. Need to select you for a second, pause the game. Make sure I get this right. So we're going to get rid of this depot. We're going to replace it with that. We're then going to head back up line, somewhere near GSG. I'm trying to think precisely where. See, this is tricky. What I want to do is add a depot. Maybe up here, or possibly over here. Like that. And then if I go into this, get rid of U, replace it with U, service, timetable, autofill. That's going to go ahead and do its thing. Actually, I need to... let's just change that to 10. Just so it's there for a little bit of time. Unpause the game. So that should actually force the goods trains to go this way now, because I can't see them going. They might go this way, into the platform, turn around and head back. That could be an issue. We won't worry about that right now though. So what I'm going to do is come back over here, and just make it so that there's more access to these platforms. Also, I want to put a waypoint at this end. So I'm going to cut off this set of platforms here and this set of platforms here. We need to go into dual gauge for this. In fact, no, this one is electrified. Like that. This one is dual power. I don't actually think it matters when you're putting in these. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, let's put these on the same one. Planwell Waypoint 3. There we go. And this is just going to be, if I quickly change this over as well to just be electrified. There we go. This is going to be Planwell, or PIT1 Metro. Something like that. The other thing I want to do is at this end of the line, I just want to rejig, again I'm going to have to pause it for a second, rejig this junction here. Just so that we've got more, more lines available. This technically isn't that important now, I've just added in that waypoint, but I would like to do it anyway. So down here like that, down here like that. That one could go across to there, and then the rest of this is all dual power. So like that, like that, this one in like this, that one in like that, and this one in like this. Sweet. Pop you back. If I just change that one like that and remove this one, whoops, there we go. That should be it all done properly with a bit of luck. So we've got a way in and we've got a way out. The only other thing I wanted to do really quickly was extend. Let's wait for this train to go past. Okay, because this train is going incredibly slow. It's something to do with the timetabling. That's why it does that. It's very annoying. Take out these bridges, like so. And extend them, whoops, up and over, like this. What I like about this is you can actually see the trains in the tunnels as well, which when you go into transparency view, which is awesome. Don't know if anyone else has noticed that before, but it's fantastic the way you could do that. Right, so that's that one done. The next one I want to do is... see, this gets a little bit frustrating at this point, actually. Come on, train, speed up. Not just because the next one's red. Yeah. We're starting to reach capacity on this line again, which makes what I want to do that little bit more difficult. We'll have to see. Where are you going? Get back. Take that out. Replace this signal there. Get rid of this signal there. And pop this in across like so. Pop you there. This is going to be the other one like that. This one is going to be mostly for the metro trains, and then this one here is going to be for the non-metro slow trains. It's like this yellow one we've got here. Perfect. Good example. What else? What else? What else? What else? See, I wanted to have this line come over to this side as well, to make it easier to terminate in these platforms, or at least to get across to these platforms, but I don't think that's going to be possible. It's a little bit of a shame. But what I want to do today is... Have I reached Chutberg yet? Yes, gone way past it. In fact, Buntown is probably... No, actually it's a stupid idea. Chutberg is where I want to do it. Here we go. So we've got this line here. And at the moment, trains goes across here and goes into Great Bruntway Industrial Park. We have this extra line here that still exists, that hasn't actually been used yet. Well, today we're going to try and use it. I'm going to try and build something really cool. And I use the word try very loosely. Oh yeah, actually no, I use the word try very tellingly. We are going to try and build something cool today. No promises. First thing I'm going to do is electrify this in the third rail. Because we need our third rail power track. That should be all that bit done, and then that bit there. Cool. Pop you there. Get rid of you. Pop a signal there. And that should be all of that bit covered. Pop you there, pop you there. Whoops. Let's go do this for now. Again, we're going for the 3 length signals, just because. It's easier. How long is this? Okay, I could pop a station here. If I get rid of these road bits. See, straight away, we're going through some pretty heavy built up areas right now. Like that. Pretty heavy indeed. Why is that not letting me... Oh. I see. If I get rid of you then, can I do this side? Yes. Can't have both sides raised up like that. That's fair enough. So here will be a station, but we'll come back to that in a second. For now, we're going to carry on with this little section. This track isn't going to be too long, because this is quite a long route that I've got in mind, so I don't want to put too many trains in. Basically, what I want to do is come down to sort of the coast and this lake here. Maybe Bindhead? It's not a bad one. If I just keep this track going in as straight a line as possible, that'll tell me where my destination is. So I'm literally going to beat Greenpeace's worst nightmare, and I'm just going to carve a hole right through the middle of these towns / cities. Because that's what I do. I'm very Victorian when it comes to my building style. There we are. That one goes like that. That one goes like that. That one there. These ones here. Okie dokie. This will come down like this. And again, I'm not too bothered about roads either. If we have level crossings, we have level crossings. It's as simple as that. Where am I? Up here. Fonford. Nice town name. Let's just get rid of all these buildings. Looks like another tunnel site here. Perfect. Where does this come out? Ah, alright, hang on. We're going to flatten this little section out. Like that. Now where does it come out? Over here. Perfect. Like the U. Pop you in there, pop you in there. Let's build these tracks in before the buildings spring up again. There we are, and there we are. Okay, how far away am I now? That's almost exactly where I saw this being, actually. That's pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Just carve a hole all the way through. Down here. Perfect. The terminus will go right bang there. Right, let's put some signals in. Take a look at exactly what we've got. We have these strange ones on the tunnel. I'm not going to worry too much about them. It's going to come all the way through like this. Do you know what? Those signals are almost exactly where I wanted them to be. Buffer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Signal. Okay, maybe not quite exactly where I wanted them to be. We'll do that. Like you. This one will go like this. This one will go here. I'll put another crossover right here, which means removing another signal, which is fine. Whoops. That one. Pop you there. Pop you there and there and there. Right, island platforms, perfect. We want one like that. I don't need this anymore. Pop you there. Pop you there. And let's go with some benches, why not? Single-sided. Pop you there. We want the underpass, which is that one. We want the CTA, which is that one, and then we want benches, which is that one. Buffer stops, yes please. We want you there, and we want you there. Bindhead Builder, that's a horrible name. We're going to have to work on that. We'll do that in a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Depot. Sweet. Pop you there. Pop you there. Industrial fixtures. Whoops, no. 1 and 4. You go there. Timber yard, that's also not what we want. Again, we'll fix that in just a second, because we're going to put some platforms in. We want one here. Fonford West. It'll do. Like that. One here, I suppose. Fonford itself. Now, Fonford's a big town, so having maybe even 3 stations here wouldn't be a bad idea. I think for now I'm going to stick to 2, but I might sort of reserve this. Actually, no. Do you know what? Might as well. Doesn't actually count as Fonford, but in my eyes it is. It's giving it to Sarfingfield. So, maybe. This one isn't Sarfingfield either. This is Woodborough Bay, which is... Ah, okay. I see how this works. Fair enough. We'll pop another one here. Fair enough. That's another one of my catchphrases, isn't it? I say that a lot in real life. I'm not 100% sure how often I say it in my videos, but definitely in real life it's a word that I really... or a phrase, I should say, that I really don't want to keep using. It's a very nasty habit to have slipped into. I used to be very good with my words, and then I don't know what happened. I went to uni, I suppose. Got very lazy. Right, Bentwood Textile Mill. And then the next one will be Friendwood. Okay. So that's that all connected up. The other end I've already done, so we don't need to worry too much about that. By the way, the money on this game is absolutely pouring in right now. It's to do with this train income. It's just suddenly shot up when I put the new patch update in. I have no idea why. I don't know what's changed. I'm tempted to switch inflation back on though, because otherwise it's going to be sort of game over. I'm just going to keep making more and more money with nothing to spend it on. Don't really want to do that. I'm also going to rename this Bindhead Bay. That should be a nice name. Change this. Actually, before I change this, I'm going to move it a little bit because I do want to increase the size of it. Thinking about it very carefully right now. I want to make sure that we've got enough capacity to run more than one service from here. Otherwise it won't be worth doing in the first place, really. Because we've got a huge line that we've just built with a lot of capability and a lot of possibility, and I don't want to ruin that by limiting what we can do at this end. So the smart thing to do would be to future plan now, future proof, like so. And it's taken the old name, which is fine. This is Bindhead Train Storage. There we go. Right, into this, new vehicles. So I've got this one, which is a diesel, which I'm tempted to use. And we got this one as well, which is a diesel. We can use diesel trains on this line, absolutely no problem. And that is one of the things that I am considering in the future, is putting some diesel trains in here as well. Actually, again, I'm bothered by these buffers, because I don't think... I suppose we've got the underpass. I was going to say it doesn't look like a complete building, but we've got the underpass, so that should be fine. We can always pop a station building along here if necessary. What I actually want to do is go back to the very, very old style screen. I want to use that blue metro train that we use, the Electrostar. 100 miles an hour, so it's perfectly capable of travelling at high speed. Where are the carriages for it? They are here. 3 tiles maximum, which is a bit irritating, but we'll live. Yeah, 100 miles per hour. I can make it go 50 on the slow sections, and I think this will be one of those sections because it's countryside, it's not exactly main line. We don't need to worry too much about high speed. Plus it goes through, as you see here, densely populated areas with level crossings. We don't want people to get killed. Apparently there is a NewGRF that allows you to add cars to the game, but it kills your frame rate, so I don't really want to be doing that. Well, they're saying that I have got quite a good spec PC, so it might be worth looking into. I would like the idea of it anyway. I like the idea of, again, it's all about immersion, it's all about reality, and I think adding cars to the game, it would make this a lot more like City Skylines for me. That's one of the things I miss. Actually, Cities in Motion is probably a fairer comparison. Skylines is a bit more advanced than this. But I feel definitely that that's one of the things I miss about this. Anyway, Chutberg through north, Chutberg itself. You get the idea now, we're on the main line. We're following the main line. So, Frinpool, yeah, Wanningwell, Plaffingberg, Fort Benfingley. This is very, very densely built up now. Fantastic. The metro stop and then Planwell International. Up here, I'm tempted to build another station, maybe 1 or 2, so we'll do that. Let's put one here. Ooh, hotel. I like that. That sounds exclusive. Like, this station was built for the hotel, which is kind of what I want it to be like. Imagine that. You go to a station that's specifically built for the hotel that you're staying in. That would be very, very nice. Coal mine. Not as glamorous, but I suppose in the real world there might be some called mines in recognition of heritage, etc. So, again, who am I to judge? Anyway, we're on the loop now. We are on the loop. We built the connection, we are using it. Graphingly Furniture Factory. Again, strange one. These are the staggered stations, which I'm not too big a fan of, but not enough of... I'm not bothered enough that I want to move the signals, is what I tried to say there. I'm a very lazy, irritated person. Right, this is going to go via 6 and 7. To go via Edgware Road. And then it goes back out onto the main line. Slarthatton Woods, Sentown, Here, Sindworth Falls Mill. And then we go to here and Great Barnville Junction, and then we head back. So on this side it's not that long. When you think how long this route actually is, how many different places it runs through, the fact that it uses the loop as well, it's a fairly long distance. So I think we've got a good route set up here. I'm looking forward to seeing the train actually run on it. But of course I might do that on camera. I might do that on camera because I've done an awful lot of building recently and not enough train spotting. Now it's something I said I wanted to do a long time ago now. I said I wanted some episodes where we just sit and watch trains go by. So I think I might implement that now. At least so we can just keep an eye on our main line a little bit and see exactly how good things are running. Because some things, the freight trains now especially, are running very efficiently. I'm just looking for a good example. The ones where I've put the double headers on, they seem to be running very smoothly indeed. I haven't seen any problems from them since I set that up, which I'm very pleased with indeed. Because that was the biggest headache I had, was just watching them get to a hill and basically stall. And I just think, oh god, that's going to be there for hours. But now, I watch them charge up the hill and it's a hell of a lot nicer to just sit back and watch the trains. It also means that the passenger trains aren't held up, which is also a bonus. And just on the whole, things are a lot nicer now. Right, we are on the home straight. I want to again check that I've got that. It looks like it's set up right. We'll find out in a second anyway. Bentwood, Drenthatton, Wooborough, Wooborough Bay Valley, Sarfingfield, Fonford, Fonford West, and finally Bindhead Bay. Right, you are no loading, you are no unloading, you are service, you are, whoops, far end, no loading. Where's Great Barfingfield? Where is it? Oh wow, it's a long way up. There it is. Great Barnville, sorry, not Barfingfield. That's why I couldn't find it. I was getting the blooming name wrong. Right. Far end. Good. Timetable. Oh boy, this is where it's going to get a little bit more tricky. Because in the loop, I actually want it to go 50 miles per hour. Maybe 60. Probably 60 actually. We'll change all these to start with. 250. That's the easy bit done. This one is 1,000. Must also remember to put them in their group before I set these off, or at least clone it. Right, so that's that done. I'll set the lazy speed limit first, which is going to be 75. Actually, if I set it at 75 all the way down, at least for the autofill, because it's 25 more than the speed round the loop, and it's 25 less than the speed on the main line. So on average, it should work itself out. But maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, for this one I'm going to be lazy with my speed limits. I'm just going to do from Planwell onwards here. It's going to be all 50. It's easier to do them individually, I think, for this bit, because well, maybe not actually. Maybe not. We'll just go through it. We'll go through it. It's fine. We don't need to worry. Because I don't think. Actually, what am I doing? This. Change. 50. It's only the ones after here where it needs to be cleared. And it probably is easier to do it this way. Although saying that, again, that's completely untrue. Great Barnville Bay North, Great Barnville Junction, At least on this side it's not many. Slindworth Falls, Sentown, Sliding Hatton Woods. There. So that's that end done. This end, it's up to here. So I'll clear these out as well. And then it should run smoothly. The metro trains will get held up by this. But actually I'm not too upset by that, because the metro trains anyway are a little bit of a hit and miss in terms of when they get bunched up. And to be honest, in real life it's exactly the same. You do get incidents, I've said this so many times on this channel, but you do get incidents where you are waiting outside a station for a train to clear so you can enter. It happens, there's no problem with that. It's life. There's no point in getting upset about it. Right. All of these. I don't know why I said that actually. No one's getting upset about it. I get upset about it sometimes. And if I'm travelling with someone who doesn't like the underground, and the train suddenly comes to a halt and the lights start flickering, you know, you have to polish your words of kindness and not just shout at them, come on, for God's sake, man up. It doesn't work. I can tell you that now, guys. It does not work. They do not like it. Right, these ones. Just some consumer advice. Do not tell someone who's having trouble on an underground train to calm down and get over it. You will end up in more pain than them. I learnt that one the hard way, quite literally. Those poles are very, very hard. Anyway, just going to clear all these. And then we're good to go. We're going to follow the train. How long is this episode so far? 26 minutes. Wow. Time absolutely flies when you sort of build a line and spend most of the time talking out your backside. Let's just carry on clearing these. Clear that. Clear that. Clear this one. Clear this one. There's a lot of these need clearing. Where are we now? There. Okay, these ones I'm going to leave as 50 because it's going in and out of the depot, so there's nothing really important there. Whoops, way too close. Okay, let's follow. No, let's not follow the train. Let's actually finish this properly first. So you are ASE. Got that bit. Bindhead Bay, which is BB, to Great Barnville Junction via I'll put RB for now, just because it's, for me it's still called the Ring Barn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long. Move the train into that group. Okay, this is going to need a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We'll try 19 first. See how that goes. I'm going to save the game really quickly, so I don't at least lose all the progress I've made in case something does go wrong with all this. We can just load it up again, and then we're going to sit and watch this train go round, guys. So, if you don't particularly like sitting and watching trains on this game, now is a very good time to depart and join us in the next episode. Re-alight at the next episode, to use my train puns. If you do like watching trains go around, something that I wish I did more often on this channel, to be perfectly honest, but you're in luck, because that's exactly what we're going to do now. You also get to see how a timetable is built, because I used to do this a fair amount in my videos, and then I stopped doing it because, to be honest, I was as bored of it as you guys probably were. So I used to put music on whilst it was doing that, and you know, I used to put my fan on so I could actually breathe in this room, and I used to put music on, and obviously I can't have music, or at least copyright music, in my videos because I would get done through the nose. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped including it. There's many reasons, most of which revolve around the word boredom. But this time, as I say, I'm going to try and do some commentary of this actually going round. These trains, when they get out onto the main network, are going to cause absolute chaos. Because there's going to suddenly be 19 trains come flooding out of one particular junction, all queuing up to use the same stations right the way down to Great Barnville. It's going to be a nightmare. And I should point out, we're only going to watch this in one direction, because the second route obviously is coming back, and if we've seen it in one direction, you kind of know what the other's going to be, so we won't worry too much about that. God, it is hot in this room. I have my window open. The only thing I haven't got is my fan on, because I've done this before. Let me do it again, actually, so you can hear. This is my fan turning on. I'm just looking at Audacity. You can slowly see that it starts to... If you can hear that, it's not nice. I suppose if I sort of lean away from it slightly, if I lean my head away from it, I can have the fan on and stay cool. Hopefully without you guys actually hearing it. I will try for the rest of this episode, and if it's really, really bad, then I won't do it next recording session, because I think by the time the next recording session comes around, the rest of this week's episodes will be done. But I won't do it for the rest of this week. I'll just do it for this one and see if you guys can hear it. And for goodness sake, I know there's people out there who don't particularly like it commenting on videos, but if you can't hear it, please tell me, because I die in this room when I record videos. It gets so hot. So if you like hearing me suffocate, then keep quiet. But if you feel for me and you want me to be okay, then please let me know whether you can actually hear my fan or not. I would greatly appreciate that. Again, I'm looking at Audacity and I can sort of see little squiggly lines here and there where it might pop up, but not too bad. So if it stays like that, then fine. I'm actually sitting back on my bed as well, which probably helps. I'm not sitting at my desk, because if I sit at my desk, then I get the fan right in my face for the entirety, which is one of the reasons why I'm not sitting at my desk. Also, my bed is a hell of a lot comfier than a stool with a cushion on it, so this is much nicer. And if there's any of you thinking get a desk chair, I have a perfectly good leather desk chair with armrests and a lean back and everything. It's in the spare room because I can't fit it in here with my bed, which is a bloody nightmare. And I can't even move my desk because someone decided it was a good idea to have built-in furniture in this room, so that's a no-go as well. Another reason why I have to suffer in here. That and the fact that there's one lot of underfloor heating, a hot water tank and 2 radiators that also emit heat into my room. It makes life very, very difficult. We're not even in summer yet. I get through so much drink as well. I try not to drink during videos so my throat gets really dry. To be honest, I'm kind of regretting drinking that because it went down the wrong hole. Anyway, we are nearly at the junction with the other service. The trains behind are queuing, but we don't need to worry about them because they're running on the same timetable and the same stopping times, but their actual distance and that isn't measured yet. That all gets done automatically after, so we don't have to worry. Excuse me. That's what I mean. Now I've actually had a drink, so I could just carry on talking. I'm in a position where I'm finding it very difficult to carry on talking. These trains are still stopping for the 2... I know that last one was 321. I suppose that does annoy me actually, because you press and hold control for it not to change the waiting time. And it doesn't say, granted, it doesn't say definitely will not change time. It says to try to keep waiting times. But I wish it would try a little bit harder, because that's just jumped up 71 ticks. Which, I can't actually remember the ratio of ticks to days, but 71 is a fair whack. Not the most ideal, admittedly. Right, anyway, I'm going to stop moaning, because it's really not positive. I'm trying to stay positive. We're joining up with the main network. Or at least, the existing network. Excuse me. The main network comes in a second. What's all those horns? Is that where it's going over? Yeah, I think that's where it's going over level crossings. So there's an old train that's just gone past. That's going to be held up, no doubt. We're going to stop here at Friendwood, and then the next stop is where we join up with the Chutburg to Tunville Woods service as well. So that's going to be... It's not called Tunville Woods. Tunville Parkway. It hasn't been called Tunville Woods for donkey's years. Why am I calling it that? Tunville Parkway service, which again could be where queues begin. We're already slowed down to 15 miles per hour going uphill. Not because we're going uphill, I should add. It's because one of the signals coming up is most likely to be red. So it's prepping us for that now. Suddenly it will leap up to 100 again. Is it going to do it? Maybe not. Weird. That's very strange that it just suddenly randomly there decided to slow right down. Oh, there we go. It has stopped. That'll be why then. So we have to wait for... Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Let me fix this. It's because I haven't got a signal here because of train queues, so I took the signal out, but that's the reason. It's an unguarded junction then, basically. Right. Good, we're on the way. We are on the way. One of our times is a little bit messed up because of that stop, but hopefully not for long. Train behind is waiting, that's fine. We'll just, we're getting out of its way now anyway. Except the one behind is now coming in, so that train will start running late. This is where the bombardment comes in, and this is where the problems start for the rest of the network. This one should be fine. There might be a few stops here and there, just while it sort of catches up or you know, gains on trains in front. But the majority of it should be fine. We're approaching Chutberg. We're still chugging along at a very sweet 100 miles an hour. Imagine that. In fact, I think Thameslink does do that. It goes through London very, very slowly, and then once it gets to St Pancras and leaves St Pancras, and I think not Blackfriars but somewhere down in South London, once it gets out that side towards Brighton, it'll pick up to 100 miles an hour again. It's just that agonising section through the city where it snakes along very, very slowly. 24 trains per hour they expect through that section between St Pancras and Blackfriars, which sounds very impressive until you realise that's only a 3-station spread. And then they all fan out again, so it doesn't really... It's not as good as Crossrail. Crossrail is 24 trains per hour and it's 7 underground stations, I believe, and then it all fans out and some terminate here, there and everywhere, so that's more impressive. 3 stations, 24 trains per hour. Once you do the math, it doesn't actually look that good. But anyway, I'm complaining again, aren't I? I should slap myself on the wrist every time I do that, because it's very, very unprofessional. Not a good idea. Where are we? We are coming up to Frinpole, so we are nearly at Planwell, my favourite station on the network so far. Frinpole, here we are. We haven't had to stop yet. Very impressive. That's almost too good to be true. I imagine on the way back we'll get held up. I'm just going to switch my fan off again because I've just looked at Audacity and oh my, I do apologise for that little stutter. That's because I was leaning right in front of it. And I'm also typing a message again because of my professionalism, which would be why there's sudden silences, because I don't want to type what I'm saying, and I certainly don't want to say what I'm typing. So bear with me just 1 second. Okay. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes people get impatient when you don't reply. But they don't tell you until after it's too late, so I like to try and get messages back as soon as possible. Same with comments. You know, if I get a comment, if I don't reply to it straight away, I'm either recording or I'm busy. Like, I do pub quizzes every now and then where I can't use my phone, so obviously I can't reply then. Monday nights are the ones, especially. The quiz that we do on Monday starts at the exact same time that my video goes live. So for 2 hours I'm unobtainable, which would be why comments don't get replied to straight away. I do apologise for that. I try and reply as soon as I'm back in the car. But apart from that, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I reply to all comments and I reply as swiftly and quickly and professionally as possible. And I'm just looking at the time of this video, and I think what I'll actually do is end this video at Planwell, or at least as the train arrives at Planwell, because I am absolutely sweltering. Pretty sure that the quality of this video has gone downhill since we started this train, and it gives you guys the chance to go off and do something more productive. So, I believe Planwell is 2 stations from here, so I've got a little bit more time. You see the freight trains there still being used. Very nice. The amount of oil and the amount of coal that we've got, considering we've only got 2 active coal mines that we're using on the map so far, and 2 active oil. Well, technically, we've got oil wells at each of the loading points, and I need to get the ships going again, because I think I've still got them stopped. But once we've got all them going as well, we'll have loads of ships bringing oil in too. So the amount of oil we've actually got waiting at the freight terminal is very excessive. And I tried to increase the number of trains, but what happened there was you end up with all the platforms full, which means that the full trains can't actually get in to unload, so the empty trains can't load, and it becomes a catch-22 situation. So that was a bit annoying. The other solution is to increase the length of the trains, which then means adding an extra engine to them, which could be done. The platforms are long enough at the unloading point, so that could be done. And that is probably an incredibly intelligent way of going about it. So I'll have a look at that off camera. I don't want to be fiddling with freight trains on camera because it's a very trial and error sort of thing. So I'll worry about that off camera. But we are now at Planwell International. It is time to end the episode, guys. So thank you very, very much once again for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below with future ideas for future episodes. Once again, all comments are read. All of comments are considered. Best ones chosen and implemented. So don't feel afraid. No such thing as a bad idea. As I say, all concepts are treated equally. So don't feel like you're inferior or superior even to anybody else. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. And until next time, I will see you soon.